I remember a story when, I'm guessing if this is right, I was probably 12 or 13 years old, maybe 11, 12, 13. And he was traveling around the country. Maybe some of you remember the Why Wait campaign, which started in the 80s and was really one of the first times that anybody within the Christian church responded publicly and boldly to the sexual revolution. So my dad is writing books, he's traveling around the country, he's having debates. At the same time, I'm starting to hit puberty. And I'm starting to think, my goodness, my dad is this national spokesman on this level. What if I screwed up and, what if I made a mistake and I got a girl pregnant? What would happen? And I started to kind of put this pressure on myself. And I came home one day and I remember just saying, Dad, what would happen if I got a girl pregnant? And as I remember it, you didn't hesitate. You just looked me right in the eyes and you said, son, I don't care if the whole world called me a hypocrite. You and I would work this through together.
And what I shared there was, I remember that very specific, because it happened actually with each one of my kids. It came up with Kelly on something else, and Katie and Heather. And I said, son, if you got a girl pregnant, a lot of the people at church would call your dad a hypocrite. Who are you to tell us how to raise our children sexually? And your own son goes out and gets some girl pregnant and everything else. And I said, Christianity Today would write a negative article about me. Moody Monthly would. What a hypocrite this man had. But I said, Sean, I looked him right in the eye. I said, I want you to understand something. No matter what anyone said, what anyone wrote, I would put my arm around you and we would walk it through together. And you just gave me a big hug at that time. And with Kelly, when the Jimmy Baker scandal came out and everything, I went and picked her up at school in the parking lot. She said, Dad, today we spent about an hour talking about Jimmy Baker. This is a secular school. And on how awful it was. And I said, honey, I want you to know something. Every one of those kids, including you and the teacher, needs to know God loves Jimmy Baker as much as he loves you and me. And if God can't forgive Jimmy Baker, he cannot forgive you and me. And then one Kelly said once, well, Dad, if I got pregnant, this was right during the Why Wait campaign, said, what would you do? I said, honey, I don't care what anyone would say. I'd throw my arms around you, give you a big hug, and we'd walk it through together. And she just dropped her books right on, she was about 16 years old, 17, dropped her books right on the pavement, threw her arms around me, and said, thanks, Dad. It's that unconditional love. And I know in that thing, there used to be a lot of pressure. Here I became the Dr. Ruth of evangelical Christianity. And
actually, she was the Josh McDowell of the secular culture.
Travel all the world. And my wife, something would come up with one of our kids doing something or something on sexuality or something else. Well, honey, if we let them do that, what would the church say? I said, honey, we do not raise our children by what will people at the church say. We raise our children in a way that is honoring to God no matter what anyone says. But it was pressure to raise our kids according to what the church would say. And often that was not honoring to God. But boy, you better have a relationship then or it'll backfire.